Hi, good morning, everybody. We are back again together. It's been a while, I know. This is Famous Farms, and Elizabeth and I are here going to give you a little tour of the chickens and how they fared after a winter in which was, I believe it was record winter for California, Elizabeth? Is that what
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
Record cold, record
amazing
snow.
Amount of snow in the mountains just above us here. So
record rain.
record rainfall and all
everything.
The rest of it.
No, just I think it didn't stop raining for a long time, and we just got
No, that's right.
months.
We got the trailer in the background there. You can tell that sometimes we film in there when it's raining. And so we're going to go ahead and give a little tour to the chickens, and we're going to talk about what's changed and what we like about the breed and what we're changing and the whole process, and Elizabeth's going to help us with that. So here we go. Okay, so Elizabeth, what is, we know it's been a tough winter.
Yes.
And what do we know now about breeding that we didn't know before?
One thing I learned or reconfirmed or have started to realize the truth of it is a breeding program is 10 years. And Kenny told me that, and I couldn't figure out why. And I guess if you could just breed around the clock, you might be able to reduce that process. But like you said, you only get 1 out of 10 will be worth keeping, and sometimes even just borderline. There's Buddy. He's still with us. And so what happened is, because of the winter, I lost 2 of the best roosters we had. Remember, we picked out the one with the, hopefully I'm covering my mic. We picked out the one with the dark eyes, which is quality from the old world, whatever it was. I showed you the diagram. We picked him out, and we picked out the one with the spurs, because what I started noticing was there are a lot of nubs on the roosters. So he was one of the only ones that had actual spurs, which spurs is a normal feature of a rooster. And they were good size, good feathering, conformation of body, and all that. They kind of had an all-around package. Also, remember, we've been breeding for size because they seemed a little scrawny to us. And so, anyway, we lost those 2 in the winter. They got caught in a storm of some kind, and I saw them in the yard, and so I know that I lost those 2. I lost the original father of all of them. I think that was I don't remember when or why that was. They've been really good otherwise in terms of hardiness. Those were just some random, the 2 random roosters. Why did the roosters end up, the 2 best roosters ended up not faring well, but the rest of them have been very hardy. And another thing I'm really happy about has been, although yes, this year I haven't been able to breed because the winter kept going and going and going into May, and I just couldn't. Our coops and pens were just a mess. So I really couldn't start the breeding program at all. You couldn't even go outside. It was so stormy and windy and cold, etc. And in order to do this outdoor brooder that we have, all of it. So I lost my train of thought, but sometimes that happens. Here's Buddy. He's all about it. Always about it. He's like Bruno. He loves to do this. So anyway, hardiness I've liked. The hens, I had given a whole bunch away last year for squirrel-tailed hens. This year I had planned on doing this whole big thing. I was going to trying to figure out who was who in terms of who's laying a lot of eggs, what eggs are viable and that sort of thing. But that entailed moving the turkeys over to the turkey area. We couldn't do that because we just couldn't get outside. So I could never get that started. So we just finished. Alan thankfully helped me on that. Cull the roosters that didn't make the cut. They either were the size, the conformation of body, or whatever. And we ended up with, and I think you got a shot of one of them already. Oh, he's over there. He's worried about Bruno because Bruno's my rounder upper of roosters that aren't making the cut. But there's another one in there, and then there was another one that got away. He outsmarted us all. He just sort of tucked himself away, and he came out after the...
Yeah, let's go down over here
Okay, watch your step, Alan, because...
where he is.
The squirrel caverns here. There's a guy there. That guy.
There he is.
I
It's
think
a bit of a mess out here, guys, but it's
he's
springtime, so
all
we're...
right. There's the other one there, and he's not. He's a no. He should not be.
Yeah, he will not be
He should.
making the grade.
He should not make the cut. I think I'll give him to a neighbor or whatever. Somebody wants a rooster, that's fine.
Yeah.
But his conformation of body, you see, he's kind of stork-legged, and he's just not.
He doesn't look right.
Bruno, we don't do that. Sorry, I had to.
There's Bruno. You guys probably remember Bruno. These are black-mouthed curs for those of you who don't remember the dogs.
There's our golden.
There's Goldie.
We picked her up last year in Texas. That was another reason why we
I'm getting everybody seasick here with this camera angle. I'm
that's
sure
all
of it.
right. That's all right. She's a ball fiend.
Yes, she's our retriever.
So this time last year, we were on our way back from Texas with Goldie. She's a black-mouthed cur female. She goes with the sire, Bruno. And so that also, when you have a puppy, she was, it takes 6 months of effort there. So things got set back on that too. And anyway, there's the other rooster in there. He's just kind of hiding out. When the two of us get together, they think something's...
Sorry if you guys are right into the sun here, but...
something fishy going on. But there he is.
Now, he looks a lot better than the one that you just saw running around.
The one that needs to go. But here's this good one coming up here. I like him better than this guy. But anyway, we have one other one. He's decent, but they are not great. And so looping back around to the 10-year breeding program time frame that Kenny taught me is I can see it. I'm actually somewhat tempted possibly to do the outcrossing, bringing in, getting another batch of eggs and almost having to start again because you don't know what you have. I love mine because they're disease resistant. They don't have the Merricks and things
I really like the chickens we have. I really do. They lay a lot of eggs, and the Bresse, I shouldn't call them chickens, and the females are amazing. They're so resilient.
Sun like that, yeah.
And they're very, they're not a perfect, it's a 10-year process, like you were saying. It's not a perfect breed yet, and we're still working on it.
See, I can see that.
We've had some setbacks, but, we're working on it.
Timing. The pigs got away from us. So the chickens have taken a back seat. We did work on them last weekend to try and say, okay, what kind of roosters do we have? But you can see all these hens. They all have squirrel tail. They're just not that I'm trying to take them to a show or anything, but I'm trying to get them back to where they were when they, in the early 1900s, etc., when they were first sort of bred. They were crossbred in France from a variety of breeds. But
you could see that in the background there where the tree went down.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, everything went down. And then we've got a couple
we had a lot of trees, probably 10 trees drop on the property this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a whole other story. But we have a couple of brooding hens.
There's Bruno chasing the rooster.
No, Bruno. You're going to leave him, okay? Sorry about that, but if I don't nip it in the bud, he'll keep chasing him. But we had some brooding hens that laid on eggs. They were hatched, which was interesting because I wondered if they could be broody, and broody is great because they just lay on the eggs, they hatch, but then you kind of have to keep your eye on them because of water issues. But I don't know. I know now that I am, you know, a long ways off, but I want to stay with it. I like doing it. It's not that hard. You just gotta feed them, and you gotta pay attention though. You have got to pay attention. Like I'm looking at these hens, and I'm off to the right of you, Alan, and they're just not, they're not it. You know, maybe they're laying great, which is fine. I also discovered, you know, hens that don't lay eggs, and if you discover that, they have to go. So that was kind of it, Alan. I really want to focus on the roosters. I'm not where I was. I'm 7 years away from the perfect Bresse. See them here? They're just, the squirrel tail goes up straight, and it's just not it. They're not it at all. And so, like I said, we might outcross. I don't know. I have to take inventory on the hens.
But we have much nicer hens than these too.
No, we do, but
and they're pretty good size.
I have that guy way over there
Bresse.
where Bruno is. Not bad.
Yeah, there's a few of them that are
She's
really
a nice hen
pretty
right
nice.
there.
You can see a few of those are big birds.
Here's
for
the
Bresse.
crappy rooster coming. He's
Yeah.
crappy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the difference.
I don't know
but
why the dogs are all over the chickens today. They're not normally rounding them up like that. I think it's because we're both out here.
We're
like
both out
this.
here, and so
Yeah.
when we're both out
But you
here,
can tell those two hens right there are really nice birds.
those aren't bad. Those
Yeah.
aren't bad.
Those are, I consider those really nice Bresse hens.
This one is not bad
They're
at
both
all.
good size.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
because all chickens in our climate turn pretty rough. They look pretty bad this time of year. That's just, they lose their feathers and they get, you know, tore up, and you know how it is.
But you can see the difference. We've got one in the same conditions, weather conditions, and then we've got these other ones. So
Yeah.
you just got to know what to look for, and it's a process. And like, you learn by doing. You don't become an expert overnight.
That's right.
And so, anything else, Alan, about this chicken
No,
operation?
I think that's a good start and back video, and just what we've been doing and how crazy our winter's been, and how we're going to do more videos now. We're going to stay more consistent, let's hope, and we'll give you an update and let you know what's happening with our fine breeds. We have blackmouth cur dogs, we have mulefoot hogs, and we have Bresse chickens, and that's really where we've stayed. And a whole gamut of cats of all different. We'll show you the cats as time
The cats are amazing, though. If you
Yeah.
have farms, 1 per acre, your snake issue and rodent issue is cut way down.
We have no rodents left.
Way down.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, guys, so I think that's going to do it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you in about a week, I would guess. So enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you soon. We are out from Themis Farms, and you can find us on themisfarms.com at our website.
Thank
you very much. Have a great day.